taking notice. So this morning I was led to Exodus chapter 2. Now, in this particular passage here, we start to read about the birth of Moses and how his story begins and how he ends up in Egypt. But I want to go down to verse 25 because this is what the Lord highlighted for me, because it reads that God saw the sons of Israel and he took notice of them and was concerned about them, knowing all, understanding all, remembering all. And the reason why I want to park it here is because the people were in a captivity in this particular passage. So it looked like they were never going to get out of here, where they're never going to have a break. They were never going to get from under this chokehold of captivity. But in verse 25, it clearly outlines and states that God saw them. God saw the situation. He saw what was happening. He took notice of it. But you know what it is for God to say that I saw you, I see you, and I'm taking notice of your situation. And not only that, God is concerned about the situation. He's concerned about what you're going through. He's concerned about how you're feeling. He's concerned about you in this situation. And then it proceeds to say that God, knowing all, he knew all of this. He knew all of this was going to happen. He knows everything that's happening. He's understanding it. He's understanding the situation, understanding again what you're going through in the situation, and he remembers all. He remembered the promises that he made to the people that were in captivity. He's remembering the promises that he made to you. He remembered the promises that he made to those that called upon his name, those that said, for you I live and for you I die. God remembered the promise that he made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob concerning his people. He remembers that promise. And when God says he will never leave you nor forsake you, he will never leave you or forsake you, because he's not a man that he shall lie, neither the son of man that he shall repent. And if God said it, then he's surely going to do it. He's surely going to make it come. He's going to make it come into your life, unfold. So trust and know. I know we could find ourselves in a situation where it seems like life is just choking the mess out of you, where it seems like you're never going to overcome, where it seems like you're never going to get to the other side, where it seems like you're never going to have a breakthrough. That's what the enemy wants you to think. He wants you to think that God lies, that God is not going to do what he says he's going to do, that God is not going to, he wants you to think that. The enemy knows that God's not a liar. He wants you to think that. And I want to encourage us all to hold on tight. Hold on to God. Hold on to his unchanging hand. Hold on to the Lord and know that if God said it, he's going to do it. And have faith. And no, faith does not erase the situation that you're in, right? Because what's happening is your reality. What things that you're going through is real. It's real. But you have to have the faith to know that this is not it. This is not the final say, that God has the final say, that this is not it, that you are not going to struggle for the rest of your life, that you're not going to be broke for the rest of your life, that your family is not going to be in disarray for the rest of your life, that your business is going to fail. No, that's not it. That's not it. Whatever the current situation is, that's not it. Have the faith to know that God can change it just like that. Suddenly, that God can change it whenever he chooses to change it. But God has the final say in everything in your life. He's taken notice, and God is going to do what he said he's going to do. Because even if you go over to Exodus 3, you see here where God calls Moses, and then the story begins, right? Where he tells Moses to go, you're going to go to Pharaoh, tell him let my people go, and then so forth and so forth. And you get a chance to check that out. But in Exodus 2, they can't see what's going to happen to them starting in Exodus 3. We can't see the future. That's God's job. God knows what he's going to do. But we have to have faith in knowing that our next chapter is going to look way better than our now. Until next time, know that God has taken notice in you and in your situation. He's going to come through. And not for you, for his glory. Until next time, God bless.